Welcome to the Sports Betting Preview Show, a pregame.com podcast. I'm your host, Marco D'Angelo, joined with my partner in crime, Vegas Runner. This is segment 1. We are going to take a look at what's hot this week in the news in the sporting world. We've got 3 topics. We've got the Big 12. That's all everybody's been talking about for the last week. Tom Izzo. We've got Tom Izzo. He was offered the Cleveland Cavalier job. And what's that mean regarding LeBron James? We'll dissect that. Let's start things off first with the Big 12. I mean, what a crazy week that we had this week where, Nebraska, announces they're moving to the Big 10.
That was big.
It's not the Big 10 anymore because there's more than 10 teams. They made the decision. They didn't, waver. They were out the door. That came last Friday. We're actually taping on Wednesday, the day before Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Then we had Colorado going to the Pac-10, and it looked like
Texas,
almost the rest of the Big 12 was moving elsewhere, to the Pac-10. And then in almost an 11th hour savior, the commissioner was able to get a deal and kept Texas in the Big 12. And once they secured Texas, the rest of the dominoes fell back into place, and the Big 12, was saved. Now, there's a lot of people that, are speculating that this was all just a ploy to get that big TV contract
for Texas,
for the Big 12, to have a Big 12 network, get the money for those schools. Because here's something that I heard was absolutely staggering. For years, Notre Dame has been that independent in football. They don't want no conference. They say, we don't need nobody.
We have NBC.
Yeah, and all the money that they make. So if I told you who made more money last year, Notre Dame or Indiana University?
You would think Notre Dame with their big contract and being on TV on NBC weekly, but the Big Ten network has blown up.
Has blown up to the fact that...
And I'm sure the revenue sharing is a lot better.
The revenue sharing is right across the board. I mean, it's everybody that's in the conference, which meant Indiana got a check for $22 million last year for the university because of the Big Ten network contract. Notre Dame's not getting $22 million from, NBC.
No, exactly.
So, that tells you the strength of these TV contracts. And as we said, everything comes down to money. I mean, that's what the world is. The world is money. And
it's a business, man. As much as it's athletics, we know better. And we know that it's a business. College sports is a business, just like professional sports is. And I think Texas staying was good to keep them that conference strong. They're going to miss Nebraska. That's huge, I think. No one cares about Colorado. Colorado could have went to the WAC.
Tell me how you really feel.
Come on, let's talk like it is. They're not going to miss Colorado too much. Texas would have been devastating. And Nebraska is going to hurt. With Texas staying, they'll be able to take some of that blow away. But I think it's, getting that television contract, like you said, I think that was the bluff. We want a network deal in place, or we're going to go find money elsewhere. And, they got what they wanted in the end.
Rumor has it that they're looking at a contract similar that's going to end up being, around $20 million. So it looks like everybody got what they wanted. Everybody's happy. And, sometimes you just got to pay the piper.
Colorado figures with USC not competing the next 10 years, we got a shot over there.
Will they take the Buffalo all the way to California?
I think so. You think they have to, don't they?
Got to take them to the beach and that.
They have to.
We'll see what happens, but that's
sunglasses on.
Make sure you get the sunscreen. Hey, that was the first part of it. The next story of the week,
even bigger, I think.
Tom Izzo. Now let's stop for a second. Tom Izzo is probably one of the most electrifying coaches result-wise. But
underappreciated.
But he flies so far under the radar. He has taken so many Michigan State
mediocre teams
that just fly totally under the radar, and all of a sudden they're in the Sweet 16, the Elite Eight, and there you go, they're at the Final Four.
How many of those players are pro stars?
Yes.
Unlike, some of your Kansases and Kentucky players and even Duke players, North Carolina players. How many Michigan State players are stars at the NBA level? So that tells you what kind of coach he is. And he was really considering the position. You don't take that long to make a decision if you're not seriously considering taking the position.
To me, one statement came out. I don't know if you got to see his press conference or not, but when he, at Michigan State,
right,
when he announced he was staying, all the, bunch of players, both current and former, came up on it. When he took the stage and got in front of the podium to start his speech, the players came up one by one, single file. Looked like the scene out of Rudy whenever the players are bringing their jerseys. They came on, and they're all, giving them the, the chest bump and everything. And he said that he got a call from Magic Johnson. And I think this tells the whole story, both for Tom Izzo and for LeBron James, which is the second part of this. He told Izzo, do not feel guilty about going and listening. You've worked your whole life to get to this point, to have people tell you how good you are.
And how badly they want you.
Get on that plane, go enjoy the moment, and make the decision that's right for you. And all of this, conspiracy theory people are saying now that Izzo turned it down because he knows LeBron's not going there.
Yeah, and Izzo's saying he didn't even speak to LeBron. He spoke with his handlers and some friends. I mean, he said the right things. Even though it's a lie, obviously he spoke to LeBron. You're going to have to speak to LeBron if you're going to consider the position.
Right.
But he wanted to get all the attention off of him because it would have been, okay, you spoke to LeBron, you're not going. Does that tell us that he's not coming back? So for him to be able to separate himself from the situation, he did the right thing. He said, I'm declining, and I did not speak to LeBron. I think he did say the right thing, even though we know he spoke to LeBron.
Now,
that's obvious.
Now, moving to LeBron. And, Tom Izzo, great coach. I love him.
He turned down a lot of money, double what he made. And he's such a coach that loves a challenge. I think there was a part of him that wanted to take on that challenge of the NBA.
Absolutely. But we have seen there's been many college coaches that bombed at that level. We got about a minute and a half left. So moving to LeBron, here's my take. Just what I said about Tom Izzo and what Magic Johnson told him, don't feel guilty about letting people tell you how good you are and how bad they want you. I think he did talk to LeBron. I honestly think LeBron James doesn't know what he's going to do yet.
I agree there.
But I think LeBron James will be back in Cleveland. But I think LeBron James and his ego, and it's human nature, he wants to be wined and dined and let everybody throw the offers out there.
The 2010 season's still going on, my friend.
Yeah.
There's no reason for him to jump out and make any decisions.
Don't read anything into Tom Izzo.
Don't go running offshore to bet LeBron ain't returning.
Right, because Tom Izzo turned the job down. I still say, and I'm predicting it, LeBron James will be a Cleveland Cavalier.
Not an Ohio State Buckeye. He still has eligibility. He went straight to the pros. If he can't win it in the pros, go to college.
Maybe. But he'll be a Cav, but he's going to play the market and let this drama play itself out to the fullest.
God bless him, dude. I would too. I'd sit back and be like, what are you going to offer?
Hey, when your contract's up,
fly me around in these corporate
let everybody wine and dine.
Exactly.
There you go.
Who wouldn't?
That's it. He's Vegas runner, and he's also telling you, show him the money.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Marco D'Angelo.
Coach.
This has been a sports betting preview podcast. You can check out all of our videos and podcasts at iTunes. Go to iTunes, search pregame.com, and check out at Pregame. We've got a new feature. You can go to pregamepodcast.com and see all of our podcasts and videos hubbed in one place. So this is segment 1. We'll be back with segment 2.